Okay, this is a tarot card reading for cancers, and I'm just now trying to start getting you started on YouTube. So we're going to be doing a tarot card reading for the rest of September, and do a reading for October. I usually do these readings on Facebook, and I always do them a month early, but being as I'm just getting started on YouTube, I'm going to have to do it a little differently. But by October, I will be doing November's reading, and I'll be back in a routine that I'm used to. Okay. So God, Goddess, Jesus, angels, please guide each Cancer to whatever message you would like them to receive for this September 2018. Amen. Cancer, September 2018. Cancer, this September 2018. Cancer, this September, this month 2018. Cancer, this month of September 2018. Cancer, this month 2018. Cancer, September 2018. There we go. As you can tell, I do it a little differently, and that's because I suck at shuffling. Like the other ones, I like do this weird hand stuff, and I'm like, I can't do it. Damn, a lot of cards came out. So it just came up with my own technique so that I'm not destroying my cards. Okay, oh, that one flipped over while I was putting it away. Okay, this is the first time that's happened while I was doing the YouTube recording. Yeah, if one flips over while I'm trying to separate the ones that flipped over from the ones that didn't, then I think it's for some of you, not all of you, so I always set it aside. You know, whoever it resonates with can get that message. And by the way, I grew up in a religious home, so I do know this comes as a resonation of fears to some people. Okay, maybe that wasn't the right words were used, but whatever. I know this is some of fears to people, especially being as I'm wearing a witch hat. I'm not actually a witch. It's just a theme with the tarot cards. I'm doing it. And I like it, so I'm keeping it. And also, but I am friends with witches and pagans. They're highly misunderstood. They want to just honor nature. That's all what they're about. And for those of you that did not grow up in a highly religious home, then this would make not a damn bit of sense to you. Like, who the hell is afraid of being a witch, and why do they need to explain that? Well, with the house I grew up in, you would understand only if you grew up in that kind of very religious, that this is actually a fear to some people. But yeah, I'm friends with everybody: pagans, witches, Wiccans, Christians, Catholics. I'm a spiritual, non-religious person, so I'm friends with everybody. Okay, so first card to pop up here. Hang on, damn, that's a lot of cards that popped up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. 13 cards, and then the 14th one that, yeah, so as you can see how I shuffle, so I'll just toss them out, and whatever flips over I read. I figure the universe knows what it wants to say, so it will pop out as many cards as it wants to. So that's the technique I use. That's the one I came up with. Okay, the Shadow Queen, acquiring knowledge, insecurity, manipulation. That just means there could be a manipulator in your life, or a manipulator has hurt you and left you feeling insecure, or you're a manipulator yourself because of insecurities. And, you know, just because maybe one of you is a manipulator doesn't mean the rest of the cancers are. I'm going to point that out. You know, each person is an individual and they're different. So, you know, some of you cancers could be facing a manipulator or the insecurities of being manipulated, and some of you may have been the manipulator. So, you know, there's always that. You know, but if you're faced a manipulator, just hang in there. And hugs to you. I've gone through that too. It's really hard, I know. The High Lord of gratitude and service, selfishness, humility, conscious action. Just means being in tune with your higher self, the better version of who you want to be. I try to point that out because people they get the idea of higher self of being someone perfect, and it's not. It's the person you want to be, and taking steps into being that person. And sometimes that's knowing when to be selfish and knowing when you deserve something or you don't deserve an attitude someone's given you, and sometimes that means knowing when to have some humility and apologize. It's not being perfect. It's just being the better person you want to be. That's your higher self. The keeper of the scales, fairness, balance. You may be seeking to have some fairness and balance in your life. Or maybe you're desiring it. Maybe you don't know how to go about it yet. You're just desiring it. And maybe you're seeking it. The Phoenix, resurrection, surrender to change. That means surrender to some change. Maybe you're a little nervous and you don't know what's past there. But that's okay. Just surrender to the change. You'll see where it leads. Hell, it might even lead to that fairness and balance you're seeking. The Fire Prince, optimism, aggression. It could mean that there's a little bit of an anger or a grudge going on there. And sometimes you gotta fight that aggression aggressively with some optimism. So just, yeah. Maybe you're holding a little bit of a grudge right now. I actually do know a couple of cancers, and one of them I would definitely say they probably, I don't know if they're holding a grudge, but I definitely know there's somebody who manipulated them. They've manipulated me too. And there's not much you can do about that person. It's like, so I could kind of understand if they might be holding a grudge. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to say what it was that happened. I'm just going to say I can understand. The Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. It just means, set your intentions and you're going to hit the goal. You're going to hit the mark of whatever it is that you are setting your intentions for. I don't know if you can see that, but in the picture in the card here, it's this elf holding, a bow and arrow. And, sometimes that's what intentions are. You gotta aim for them and really focus towards them. Just like somebody with a bow and arrow, they have to really focus and set their eyes on the goal, on the target, and achieve hitting that target. And it's the same when you're going for, there's some sort of a goal or outcome you want. You have to set your intention and you have to keep your eye on it. The Lady of the Gift, with generosity, receiving, withholding. To me, this card can mean two things. Like, when I see this card, I think about, because it says generosity, receiving, but it also says withholding. And generosity and receiving being like a gift. So when I see this card, I kind of think of somebody is withholding generosity from themselves, allowing themselves to receive what they deserve. And then other times I see it as somebody else is withholding what you deserve. Like, maybe you deserve for them to give you a bad attitude. Maybe you deserve for them to give you an apology, but they're not going to give you that gift. They're going to withhold it. They're going to withhold that respect. They're going to withhold that gift that belongs to you. And I would definitely say, if you're withholding the gifts from yourself, it's time to give to yourself. Don't withhold that. And if it's somebody withholding it from you, I wouldn't wait around for them to do it. I wouldn't wait around for them to give it, because if there's anything I've learned in life, they don't. They never will. They're usually very selfish, arrogant people. If they're that low and that mean and that prideful and ignorant and arrogant, don't wait around for it. Move on. That's just my personal opinion, though, and advice. So I'm not going to tell you that's exactly what the cards are saying. I'm telling you that's my personal advice. The Sun Dancers, joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. It could mean that there's going to be an abundance in your life, something to celebrate, something to be happy about. You know, it could be a raise, it could be a new child entering your life, like maybe you're having a baby, I don't know. But something of abundance entering your life, something worthwhile celebrating. You know, maybe it's a new home, maybe it's a romance, maybe it's an anniversary, I don't know, but something nice, something to celebrate. The Chess Queen, trust, strategizing, trust that you are the queen in this chess game, trust in your strategizing, trust in your plans, trust in how you are working towards your goals, trust in it, trust yourself. You're smart, you know what you're doing, you'll get what you want. The Wise Woman of Wonderland, integrity, compromise. When I see this card, it says integrity and compromise, and how it says Wonderland, so it always makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. So what I always think of when I see this card is a person standing in their integrity around people that are very compromised in integrity, like they don't have integrity. And it's like a wonderland. You're like Alice in Wonderland. You're the one person doing the right thing, and everybody's telling you you're doing the wrong thing and that you're crazy. And in actuality, you're not the crazy one. You're the only person with integrity there. You're the only person using your wits. You're the only person, you know. So just trust yourself, trust in your integrity, and understand everybody else around you is the one that's crazy and compromised in integrity. It's not you. It's them. So if there's somebody right now just like you're crazy or you're wrong and I'm right, don't believe them. Maybe they believe what they're saying, but they are very compromised in their integrity. So don't believe them. Even if they believe themselves, you don't believe them. You're the one here in integrity. The Eyes of Beauty, positive expectations, clarity. That means just have positive expectation, and in that is clarity. By the way, I probably should let you know that when I do this reading, tarot cards are meant for interpretation. So I don't go by the book, mostly because I can't remember everything that's in there. But tarot cards and anything that you do with psychic ability, whether it be a crystal ball or a teacup reading, it is all to the interpretation of what one feels in their own intuition. So, you know, the readings I'm giving you, I'm using my own intuition of what I feel from those cards. I'm not giving you by the book. You know, so, but that's how the cards work. It's actually a funny story how I got these cards, which I'll talk about later. Let me finish the reading first. The River Queen. Flow, letting go, natural movement. That just means you need to let go of something, or you have let go of something, and you're in the process of that natural flow, then that natural movement of letting go. And sometimes that means you're going to be crying. Sometimes that means you're going to have moments of, I'm feeling strong. You know, there's this flow of letting go, you know, these stages. You know, so it's okay to cry. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to have happy moments. Just go with the flow. It's all right to go with those emotions and all the emotions. The Queen of the Light, illumination, enlightenment, celebration. That does mean there will be some illumination. There will be enlightenment. There's going to be a revealing. Maybe something that you're wanting clarity to. And the card that popped up when I was trying to separate the flip cards from the unflip cards, this was it. So I think this is for some of you, not all of you. The Well Watcher, wisdom, power, the divine. To me, this just means a person that lives in their divine power, their own divine wisdom, you know, their true self of who, you know, they feel they are. Excuse me, gotta change my position. My foot is losing circulation. Come back, circulation. Yeah, like, in the back there's a cage. And, you know, when I see the card, I kind of just feel like she was somebody in the cage and came out of the cage. Because she realized it's not locked. Why the hell is she in there? And I feel like the cage is a representation of our mind. You know, our upbringing of, you know, do this, be that, dress this way, act that way. You know, be in this religion, be in this belief system. And sometimes you got to reach a point in life where you're like, but I don't like that belief system. In fact, I don't even believe in it. Or I don't like dressing this way. I like dressing another way. Or I don't like doing this. I like doing other things. You know, you just got to live in your own divine power and wisdom sometimes and just be who you are. You know, and yeah. And, you know, I like the woman in the picture because she's not wearing a dress, but she's not like trying to look muscular or anything. She's just being who she is. You know, and that's what I feel. That's what the card is. It's just saying be who you are. You know, search out a little bit, find who that is, set yourself free out of that cage, and don't judge yourself either if you take a while to get out of the cage. You know, it's not easy getting out. You know, because it's hard getting out of your mental cage, so don't judge yourself, just work on it, you know. If you like the reading, great. If you don't, it's okay. I'm just going to flash the cards and let you use your own intuition. Unlike other psychics, I'm not going to bullshit you and tell you that I'm 100% accurate. There is no such thing as 100% accurate psychic, in my opinion and belief. I honestly think they're bullshitting you. Some of them, I think they actually do believe they're 100% though. And I think they're bullshitting themselves. Especially when you see them sitting there arguing with their client on national television. Like, for the love of God, just swallow your pride. You got something wrong, and that's okay, but arguing with your client, that's ridiculous. They are going to know better than anybody if what you said was accurate or not. And, yeah, I do personal readings for a reasonable donation. I do not know how to put my information on here right now, though, to contact me. As soon as I do, though, I will let you know. I'll put it up somehow. But I tap into your energy. I try to figure out what your past lives are, anything you might be working on karmically in this life. And then I will try to pick up on any information, maybe something you need to work on in here, or anything that might just be completely random sometimes. Because sometimes random things have popped up. And like I said, I'm not going to tell you I'm 100%, but I will tell you that I am very damn good at what I do. I get about 75% to over 90% accuracy, which is actually really good for somebody who is a practicing psychic. Yeah, but I'm not going to claim ever to be 100% because I'm not bullshitting myself or you. Yeah, I said how I would get I would say the story how I got these cards. I was actually interested in getting cards, but I couldn't find any that I just felt connected to or resonated with at all. And I had looked repeatedly, and I was interested in them, but I just couldn't find any, and I wasn't going to get any until I found the right cards. And I walked into a half-price bookstore, and, you know, as usual, I'm interested in the tarot cards, so I go to the back, and, you know, I looked at the tarot cards, and I found, you know, there's other cards there, it just wasn't filling it, and then I picked up these cards, and it was like, I don't know how to explain it. I just felt like these are my cards. I just know it. And I opened the box because I won't use anything until I've tested it first to even see, you know, am I really connected to these? And I just kind of asked it, you know, how's my day been? And I just kind of shifted through it. And then this card popped up. And I was like, actually, yeah, that is how my day has been. All right, these are my cards. We are taking them home. So I purchased them, and that's how I got these cards. It's just, you know, and I kind of think that that's how you find things, you know. You just connect to them and you know it's yours. So let's get on to October. God, Goddess, Jesus, angels, please guide each Cancer to whatever message you would like them to receive for October 2018. Amen. Cancer, October 2018. Cancer, October 2018. Cancer, October 2018 of next month. Cancer, October next month 2018. Cancer, October 2018. Cancer, October 2018. Cancer, October 2018. Okay. Now let's separate these. We got some good cards here. I'm thinking one of the lousy cards popped up again. Or wait, maybe not. That's nice. But there's a very sweet card that popped up in here too. Any of you that are into romance, at least that's a sweet card to have. Ooh. For any of you that may be needing to feel closer to your partner, that's a good card. Separating them. Thank God it doesn't look like 13 cards popped up this time. I admit, I don't like reading too many cards, so I'm like, the less the better. Okay, only 8. Again, the Let Go card popped up again, and already went through that card, so you know what that means now. In the process of letting something go, or you have let something go, and being that that card popped up for this month in September, I'm gonna guess that you're in the process of letting something go. That or you're being told to let something go and you're just hanging on to it. It's time to let it go. I don't know, but each Cancer can be in different stages. So remember that, you know, maybe you've already let it go, but somebody else hasn't let it go. Maybe some of you are already in the motions of letting it go. But yeah, it's a general reading. So it's not going to be perfect for everybody. The High Lady of Love and Compassion, Reverence, Kindness, Consideration. To me, that's just the ultimate self-love card. Knowing to give yourself reverence and consideration and kindness like you do others. I usually like to point out, like, you know, self-love does not mean getting egotistical and just giving that to yourself and not others, but I think usually when this card pops up, that's not the problem somebody has. The problem is you don't give yourself enough love and reverence and kindness and consideration, and you need to do that. So it has to be a balance there. You know, don't just give it to others, but give it to yourself. The Phoenix, Resurrection, Surrender to Change. So that card pops up again, huh? You guys are needing to surrender to some change here. You know, and it'll be like a resurrection into a new life. You know, maybe a new stage in life. And don't be afraid. I know sometimes that it can be, you know, something you're scared of change. I mean, think about it, like from the movie Harry Potter, we saw the Phoenix burst into flames. I mean, like, anybody that starts bursting into flames would be terrified. You know, so maybe you're feeling terrified of the change, like you're gonna about to burst into flames. But it's okay, just surrender to it, and that is a new life. It's nothing to fear. The Swan Queen, Transformation, Intuition, Patience. Just means you're in a moment of transformation. You probably are intuitive enough to know what that transformation is, but to be patient. Because I know when we want something, we want it now, but be patient. It is coming in time. Just like the butterfly in its cocoon. It can't just hop out of its cocoon, or it's just this little brown bug without wings, and it doesn't make it. Sometimes you got to be patient for your wings. You got to be patient in your growth of transforming. But you'll get there. Don't worry. The Eyes of Beauty, Positive Expectations, Clarity. So this card popped up again. So going through that one again. Stay positive expectations, and in that is clarity. The wise woman of Wonderland, integrity, compromise. Again, okay. That's it. I think you cancers just kind of repeat things. Because, like I said, I do these readings on Facebook. I swear some of the same damn cards have been popping up for a few months now. Y'all are, some of y'all are probably already in the process, but I'm guessing that some of y'all are still having trouble. Wow, this is crazy how many times the same card is popping up. But yeah, so, you know, don't compromise your integrity. You're in the right. Whoever this person is in the wrong. Or whatever the situation is that's being done to you is in the wrong. It's not your fault. I could definitely say the counselor that I know about, I haven't talked with them in a while, but I could definitely say that, yeah, they've been wronged. Okay, the Camel Boy, small steps, asking for help. This means it's okay in time to reach out for help, even if that's just help within yourself. Maybe you can't reach out to others, but it's okay to reach out to help inside yourself. Allow yourself to take those small steps, and sometimes the small steps is reaching out for help. But you are taking small steps, you know, and seeking the help you need, whether it be within or outwardly to others. The Sacred Union, partnership, romance. There's the sweet card. So, some of you, I guess, are going to be getting into a relationship, or you're going to be meeting somebody that could be, you know, a potential partner, a romantic partner. You know, it also, you know, if you're already in a relationship, though, then, you know, you could just be getting closer to this partner. Maybe there's something that's making you feel closer. Maybe it's just being more vulnerable. Maybe it's just opening up. Maybe it's going on a date. Maybe y'all are starting to date again and, you know, feel connected. You know, because some people are already in a relationship. So that's how that card would apply to you, though. You know. Maybe some of you are getting married. I know a lot of people have been getting married lately. So yeah, that's the reading, and I just realized I forgot to flash the cards to you and let you use your own intuition, and I already started putting them back in the deck. My bad, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can still go through the video though and use your own intuition of what you feel the cards mean. Till then, you have a good morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening, and you have a good one, Cancer.